Lorenzo finally showing us he can lead the family how he's supposed to lead the family. Tariq thinks he's making headway with Effie. And Drew, you cannot your cousin, bro. What's good, y'all? Sugar Sis Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV 2 with my initial thoughts from season 3 of Power Book 2 Ghost, episode number 4, titled Land of Opportunity. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss out when I have any of my content posts about Power Book 2 Ghost here on this channel. I also have a main channel, Erica Vane TV, where I will post my breakdowns as well as previews for the next episode, exclusive clip breakdowns and character conversations. So subscribe to that channel as well. I promise you are going to love it here. The conversation and the content is hitting, period. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. But let me warn y'all, so much happened in this episode. I typically have to watch these episodes 2 or 3 times and I enjoy it. Like, best believe I Power Book 2 Ghost is that girl right now, right? But it's so much that happened. I've only watched it once and I'm doing this initial thoughts video, so I might miss out on some things. So feel free at any point to drop down in the comment section and remind me, girl, you ain't talk about this, girl, you ain't talk about this, or girl, I wish you would have talked about this more, because I'm going to watch it again and maybe watch it again and then do the breakdown video for Erica Vane TV. Okay, be clear, we're gonna have the initial thoughts conversation, but then the full breakdown conversation as well, so that we don't leave any stone unturned. And then if you just want to share your thoughts, your feedback, if you agree with me at any point, drop the timestamp as well as your comment in the comment section down below, because I love all the comments and I will be replying back to them. Now, for real, without further ado, let's talk about this episode, because baby, it's given one of the best episodes of the season. And episode 3, I felt like was a lot of setup, but now we're back in the action. I'm like, what the hell? They are not playing no games with us this season, y'all. They're really not playing no games with us. So, like, where do I begin? I want to talk with Brayden, like, because he's like the most inconsequential person, but he had a big major role in this episode indirectly. So he takes charge of handling like whatever's going on with the orders or whatever. They are having issues with their servers. They having issues with people packing. So clearly we just saw a couple of hiccups in reference to how the infrastructure was actually pushing out these orders. But we know, because Tariq now got a car, and not just any car, he got a Porsche, baby. We know that things are still moving well. However, it's not perfect. And then on top of that, they get settled with having to move the guns. So while Brayden decides to take over, like filling in for servers and figuring out whatever the hiccup is in reference to not having enough servers to be able to serve all the clients, he tells Tariq to go ahead and handle the RSJ thing, because that's the whole thing. And we're going to talk about that in depth. I did do a preview or a breakdown of the exclusive clip before this episode dropped when Stars released it, and I explained all of the things behind the whole RSJ walking out on a meeting with Lucas and Tariq. So if you missed it, I'll link it in the cards above as well as the description box down below, so that you can have a better understanding of what Tariq meant when he said, you know, you shouldn't have treated them like the talented 10th, and the little historical background that comes into this, because this show does an amazing job by adding in the academics as well as the hood, right? So that was the first thing that Brayden took care of getting the servers together and doing what they had to do with their organization. But he really played a pivotal role when Kane taps him in to be the pseudo connect for the guns that they have to move, because Obi pops up and he's like, yo, y'all got to do everything that Mecca's was doing, not just the drugs. Y'all thought y'all was killing it. Y'all got me my $1 million. Okay, cool. You get to live another day, but best believe I can still drop any one of those people who's in those photos at any given point in time. And now we're going to stop playing these goofy ass games, and you going to do everything that Mecca was doing, including Moody's damn guns. So Kane takes it upon himself to be like, all right, we're going to figure this out. And then Drew, who's also dibbling and dabbling with his cousin, like the way I screamed, y'all. I'm like, Drew, you cannot f your cousin, yo. Before Gordo gave him the like breakdown of like, yeah, I know some racist militia dudes upstate that would definitely want to buy these guns. I'm like, Drew, why are you trying to put the moves on your cousin? Then they talking about some they play cousins. Now y'all play cousins. Y'all was giving real cousins before. You ain't want to kill him before. Was this the whole reason why? Because you knew his ass was gay and you was trying to slide up in there? Let me stay focused, because Drew, I be wanting to root for you, Drew, but you gonna have to get that little penis of yours together. Anyway, So Drew comes up with the bright idea, or Gordo comes up with the bright idea that Drew can get respect by them coordinating that play. And the biggest part about it is all of y'all are black or brown. And racists don't like black or brown. So y'all gonna need a little white boy. But guess what? Kane said we got one of those. By way of who? Brayden Weston. Now, we're gonna get hella complicated after this. And I'm gonna talk about that more in my preview video. Not necessarily in my breakdowns or just initial thoughts. Because Blanca, of course, got another damn CI. Like, this girl got more CIs than Skittles got rainbows. Like, I just don't understand. But apparently, the only one who survived from the shootout with these damn races was Blanca CI. Cool. And you know they took pictures of Brayden and Lorenzo, and great. Problems afoot. But Brayden winds up being the bridge that actually gets this deal done. However, Kane rushing Brayden away basically ushered them into an all-out fight, because the racists weren't just trying to let it go. Like, they're not just trying to, oh, we're gonna buy these guns for a good price. They wanted to see, like, where he getting it from. Is he actually the boss? So they follow Brayden back to the hotel. Kane wants to sit there and count the money as if he couldn't count that damn money back in the in Queens, because what were you gonna do if it was short? Apparently, supposedly everybody had left Kane. What the hell was you going to do if the money had come up short? You already sent Brayden away. The little racist was supposed to have gone away, but they was definitely creeping on y'all. So what the hell was you going to do? Everything said get the hell out of that damn motel. And your father said it, and your ass ain't want to listen. And y'all know I've been rocking with Kane. Like, I've been so proud of him in the last few episodes. So I'm like looking at him like, all right now, you still can listen to some reason at some point. You are not the absolute. The same way that Lorenzo was running around here like he the absolute and he got all the brightest ideas, but he been down for like the last 10, 15 years. No, he needs additional advice as well. Y'all need to be able to work together. I mean, that winds up happening in this episode, so I'm going to stop hollering about it. But anyway, Brayden is the one who does this until the whole thing goes through. Then Kane sends his ass away, and then the militia like pushes down on them and is like, oh, we're gonna take out both of these little niggas in here. Well, they thought that it was just Lorenzo by himself, but it was also Kane. And Lorenzo, being smart, you was smart, you was loyal. I love that about you. He told Drew and Gordo to follow them up there because he thought about, like, if it was him, what he would actually do to catch somebody slipping. Cool. Basically, this whole thing plays out and it becomes this really organic way for Kane and Lorenzo to actually find common ground, and for Kane to realize that his father does actually love him. And I ain't even gonna hold you, I've been thinking this whole time. Like, I've really been thinking, like, Kane just wants to know that he is valued and that he is loved. We have seen from the first season where he was like arguing with Monet, like, yo, am I your son or am I your soldier? And she's like, you both. And he has been desperately like needing a validation of like, no, you just love me, regardless if I'm gonna drop my body for you, regardless if I'm gonna move this weight, you gonna still love me. And the fact that Lorenzo pushed him out the way and basically saved his life, protected him from getting shot, and then they're having a conversation in the car on the way back, and he's like, yo, I'm gonna protect you regardless, whether you right or wrong, you my goddamn son. And I think that this is I know that this is the first time that we've heard Lorenzo talk about Kane in this way, and it might be one of the first times that that Kane has actually really received it, if not has heard it. And this is the thing that helps him, like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and fall back. You actually got my back. I'm not going to tell Monet about Zeke. I'm sorry for how I treated you thus far, and we're going to go ahead and move forward. Now, in my opinion, it looks like he's going to step back and he's going to fall back as the number 2 or the lieutenant, and he's going to allow Lorenzo to come back into leadership, which I'm not really mad at, because Lorenzo definitely did show improve in this episode. He's been getting on my nerves, just like Diana been getting on my nerves, but in this episode, he definitely showed improve. And I think that moment was really, really dope. Now, the problem is the moment that Kane is off his ass, Monet is getting a whiff because she coordinated with Davis to have somebody break into Whitman's house while Whitman was planning to break into their damn house and get the files that Whitman had on them. Come to find out, Whitman has been holding a file with Lorenzo's partial print at the scene of Zeke's murder. Now Monet's wheels get to turning. So whether Kane is going to hold it or not, Monet is going to put 2 and 2 together, because she's already suspect of why in the hell was his prints, partial or not, at the scene of this crime. And he ain't say boo to me in these last few months. That's your ass. Lorenzo can't buy a break, yo. He can't buy a break. while I'm here, because again, Lorenzo was getting on my nerves, and Diana consistently gets on my nerves. Even though in this episode she did what she had to do, her crying about Monet killing Whitman. It's like, girl, what exactly did you expect? Did you really expect for her not to put this man down? Did you really think that putting him in jail was going to do anything? This man was clearly unhinged. Now, I ain't gonna hold you. Up until the moment that she actually pulled the trigger, I was like, she not about to kill this man. She not about to kill this man. But everything in me told me that they needed to kill him. He was not going to stop. He was so plagued by Carrie's death and like how he had failed her and such on this vengeance kick. It was giving Saxe when Saxe was going to truth to try to kill Ghost. Like, that's basically the road that Whitman was on. And Monet stopped him in this episode, cut his life a little bit short so he ain't actually get to this point. And I'm just going to say it needed to be done. Now, I do think that this is going to cause further backlash. And this is what is honestly the brilliance that is Power Book 2 Ghost. Because the way that they are able to not only stand up all of these various storylines with all of these various characters, but the way that they weave them in and out of one another and get them to tie and then detangle and then, like up until in this episode, we get to see the family actually come together for the first time. There's Zeke's memorial. Diana shows up a little bit late, and then Monet tells her, like, I'm gonna have a meeting with the family, the private meeting. So you get to really understand where everybody is. But up until this point, Monet has been operating on her own, so much so that Lorenzo, Kane, Drew don't know about what's happening with Whitman. And the guys have been dealing with the whole Noma situation. And again, I think like the beauty that is Power Book 2 Ghost is how they have been able to have these storylines operate separately. And then in this episode, they converge, they come together, they intermix. The way that Monet manipulated Diana in this episode, she like, I'm sorry, I should have never treated you that way. It was never your fault. Is that what you need to hear? I'm like, God damn, Monet. I don't know if I could take you as my damn mama. Because, girl, I'm surprised Diana ass didn't cry right here. But the teaser really kind of like gave us a little bit of like what they wanted us to think Diana was going to do. I never thought that Diana was going to double cross Monet, even though it said like they show, oh, she sent me here to lie to you. I knew 100% that was going to be a setup. However, with Salim in Diana's ear, with her not liking the idea that Monet killed Whitman versus getting him arrested like she said, and then also with her still feeling so jilted and deeply desiring into independence like she showed or wrote on that card in class, I do think that we're not out of the woods yet when it comes to Diana. Like, I think that her resentment is going to continue to build with this family. Even with Lorenzo coming back into the seat of power and Kane falling back, I think that she has gotten a taste in reference to being at Stansfield and operating for the most part on her own. She don't like the fact that Lorenzo was making her continue to move weight. And now she's going to really start to buck everybody. And she's going to get on my goddamn nerves while she's doing it. But she look cute while she's doing it. So, hey, I'll take it. She's giving fly. Like, at every point, she's giving fly. Now, who's not giving fly? Which this is not something I should say. But I'm going to go ahead and say it anyway. Because we friends. And y'all's my tribe. And y'all get me, right? Why in the hell is Salim so scrawny? And no shade to all the scrawny dudes out here, because do your thing. Y'all be putting in work. Don't think that your good sis is sleeping on y'all, because I'm not. But like the way his arm looked like a flat, like one of the bones in a flat of a chicken wing. Like I was like, okay, Diana. I mean, you a small girl too, so I guess he a little bit big to you, but that just really threw me off. They sitting in bed trying to pillow talk, and he's talking about something. You need to go ahead and separate yourself from your family. Sir, you don't know her like you think you know her, and I don't trust your ass. So, not too much, okay? Not too much on the Tejadas. Now, while we talking about family, Tariq is just doing all the right things and supporting the hell out of Effie. And in this episode, we get to see Effie grappling with whether she's going to tell Tariq about Lauren or not. Kane comes to her like, yo, I know that you're the one who did a good job. And it's like, for me, it's so much happening. Because while Effie is grappling with Tariq supporting the hell out of her regardless, and going through one moment where she's actually going to tell him, but then decides not to tell him, and falling deeper in love with him, we see Kane falling deeper in love with Effie. Y'all ain't gonna tell me that that he is not falling for Effie's ass. Like, he is enamored by how gangster Effie is, by how she operates alone, by how beautiful she is. Like, every time you see them interact, he is like basically swooning in his own Kane way. And like by the end of the episode, when she tells him to keep it to himself and he's like, I got you, it was so interesting to me. And again, this damn show is so good. It was so interesting to me because she texted him like, nobody has ever had my back like Tariq has. And with him responding, I got you, it was almost like, nigga, I have your back just as much, if not more than that. And it's going to come to a head. And y'all, I have been struggling because I break down a lot of television shows over on Erica Vane TV. If you follow me over there, then you know I have been struggling with the love triangle-ness of it all. But when I tell you I am here for the Effie, Tariq, and Kane love triangle that is brewing, because this shit is it's about to be volatile. Like, it's finna be next level. The way that Tariq is all in with Effie and trusts her, and then has gotten Effie to a place of like, she's really grappling with her orphan Annie mentality and her abandonment, and allowing herself to trust Tariq as well. So much so that she wants to just be fully open, fully transparent, and give everything to him. Is wild. But then on the back end, she's doing all the right things, and then Kane is falling for her, and we have yet to see Kane actually really, really value a woman. And if y'all really pay attention, he treats Effie better than any other woman that's not related to him that we have ever seen him interact with. That is not for naught. And I think that the thing that's going to circle or spin the block, and I don't think it's going to be in this season per se, I think it might be a season 4 thing. The Kane and Tariq beef is coming back. They playing cool right now because they have a common enemy / common connect that they gotta be on the same team for. But the Tariq and Kane drama beef is coming back full force, and I am here for it, baby. I don't necessarily want it to be over Effie, but goddamn it, I'm here for them going head to head. Because at the end of the day, I'm rooting for the both of them, and I just don't know what to do. But I'm gonna cross that bridge when I get there. Okay, what else happened? Method Man still look fine and being Method Man. I'm sorry to all the fellas who have started listening to me, because every now and again I'm gonna comment on how fine some chocolate ass brother is or some black man is. I'm just gonna do it because, you know, I'm just gonna do it. Y'all can bear with me and still rock with your good sis. Get that like button. I think that Davis in this episode is really realizing that he's in trouble when it comes to Monet. She's too much of a wild card. Like, the fact that she actually killed a police officer, and she's going to get away with it because she thought it out, but she didn't run that by him. I think that that's definitely unsettling to him, and he's going to try to start to figure out how he can get from up under the Tejadas or disassociate, because she's definitely given, like, it's only a matter of time before this whole thing implodes. Now, what else? What else happened for my initial thoughts? How am I feeling? I'm excited for next week, and I'm stressed. Lauren wants out. She's been blowing up Jenny's phone. Jenny reveals to Saxe that she's working with Blanca because he is figuring everything out and threatened to follow her. So instead of giving up the real goal, she gave up Blanca. So now they all are on the same accord with that. But then both Blanca and Saxe don't know about Lauren, and Lauren wants out. Jenny, you a shady hoe for showing her the pictures of Tariq and Effie. You shady AF. And at first I thought that maybe Lauren was still going to be a little bit loyal to Tariq, but them pictures, they really just messed everything up for her. And she's just like, they really just living their best life. So now she's really going to start to try to remember as much as she can and throw everybody up under the bus. I don't know if we're getting Lauren out of this house before the end of the season, y'all. Because it's actually kind of dragging on. And I thought that we were going to get her out of the house because Saxe was going to follow Jenny. But once she gave up Blanca, he has no reason. Like, she basically gave him some bait for, like, what are you hiding from me? And she gave him, like, the least interesting thing that she is hiding, because she's hiding multiple things. So now he's not going to be looking into it. I really don't. I feel like it's going to be the season finale at best that Lauren reappears. But lucky for us, they're filming season 4 right now. All right, y'all, those are my initial thoughts. I'm headed to go watch the episode again because it was that fire, that good. And because I got to give y'all a dope ass breakdown in depth. hit the subscribe button, give me a like, drop a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Love you. Bye.